Good morning. This is the last call for graduates to be in their places. We are about to begin. Good morning. Welcome to the 2018 Commencement. I ask you to please rise for the processional.
Good morning. Before we begin, I've been made aware that there are 15 seats available up here towards the left side of the tent if anyone would like to come forward. And on that note, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 119th commencement ceremony of Delaware Valley University. I'm Ben Rusolowski. I'm Ben Rusolowski, and I have the pleasure and privilege of serving Del Val as its Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Faculty. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the 3rd Battalion, 14th Marines, 4th Marine Division, and the National Anthem, which is being performed by Calum Devaney, class of 2018. Please remain standing until the completion of the National Anthem, the posting of the colors, and the retiring of the Color Guard. Color Guard, parade the colors. Color Guard, post the colors. Thank you to the members of the 4th Marine Division, and thanks to Calum. You may be seated. Before we continue this morning, I trust that our graduates have found the acorns that occupied each of their seats as they came in. The class of 2018 has a strong affinity for a squirrel named Sparky, who, on an otherwise uneventful evening during the spring 2017 semester, brought down the entire campus power grid by snacking on an electrical line in a transformer, of course, near the dining hall. Sparky has since been memorialized multiple times by the class of 2018. Dr. Very and I tried to have a small squirrel on each of your chairs in his honor, but unfortunately we were not successful. Instead, there is an acorn to which we attach a message. Pursue your acorn in life rather than high voltage wires. And remember that dreams are like acorns. Plant them well, tend to them carefully, and they will grow to be as mighty as the oak. Rest in peace, Sparky. It is now my honor and pleasure to introduce Mr. Majid Al-Saya, Chair of the Board of Trustees of Delaware Valley University.
Thank you, Dr. Rosalowski. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the 119th Commencement Exercises of Delaware Valley University. My name is Majid Al-Saya, and I have the very high honor of chairing the university's Board of Trustees. I would ask that you please join me, my board colleagues, the entire faculty, staff, and administration of the university, in being among the first to congratulate Del Val's class of 2018. Congratulations, graduates. Today, we assemble to celebrate your achievements as individuals and as a class. Your accomplishments are indeed impressive. We also gather to wish you Godspeed as you go forth to join the legions of Delaware Valley alumni and alumni who have gone before you, adding to this university's reputation and fame. Clearly, today is an important day in your lives, but it's also an important day in the life of the university. For today, in addition to rightfully conferring degrees upon the graduates of this year's class, we will also bestow an honorary degree on an extraordinary, worthy individual, Michael Smerconish. Today, we're also honoring the members of the class of 1968 who joined us as they celebrate their 50th anniversary on their graduation from Delaware Valley University. Please join me in wishing them a warm welcome and congratulations. And to our graduates of 2018, don't wait for another 50 years before you come back. We want to see you before then. It is now my privilege and honor to introduce to you the 13th president of Delaware Valley University, Dr. Maria Gall.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a joyous celebration this is. Members of Delaware Valley University's class of 2018, congratulations to each and every one of you. I know I speak for the entire Del Val family when I say how very proud we are of you today. Of the many written and unwritten details of my job description, by far the most rewarding is interacting with students. Your energy and enthusiasm inspire me daily, and watching you learn and grow as both scholars and people are reasons why I love my job. I've met so many of you, chatted with you about your hopes and dreams, and applauded your many successes here on campus. I've cheered for you on the field and on the court at athletic competitions, and handed out individual awards to superior athletes and team awards like the President's Cup. I've learned about your research at events such as the Day of Scholarship. We have shaken hands as you've received awards for outstanding leadership and achievement at our Founders' Day ceremony, And I've had the privilege of meeting so many of you at the various dinners, luncheons, and receptions throughout the year, where we acknowledged you as scholarship recipients or Honor Society members. I particularly enjoyed celebrating with you last month at 30th night, getting the chance to sit down with you and ask you if you were ready for graduation. Some of you were elated, others were apprehensive, and several of you were sad to see this chapter of your lives come to a close. But most of you said you were indeed ready. Thank you so much for allowing me to share in these and so many other experiences with you. And that brings us today, the most favorite Del Val day of the year, Commencement. As the name indicates, this is not the end, but only the beginning. As you go forth with your Del Val education and embark on living your best life out in what we always say is the real world. The real world, for me these days, seems more like the surreal world. We need only glance at our cell phones to quickly learn of the latest world crisis, political development, or scientific discovery. However, accompanying this news are a plethora of competing narratives over what happened, why, and what it all means. And social media has given almost anyone, anywhere in the world, the capacity to create and distribute content that appears authoritative, even when it's not. It is a constant supply of fact and fantasy. So what advice can I impart to you before you go out into this world? I want to share highlights from 3 books that I've recently read, which certainly have helped me understand life. They go from the macro level to the micro level, from head to heart, and all 3 are chock full of interesting science. The first provides us a global perspective. The book is entitled Entitlement Now: The Case for Reason, Science, Humanism, and Progress by Steven Pinker. This book was recommended by Bill Gates, who gave it a ringing endorsement by saying, "My new favorite book of all time." And that quote alone convinced me to read it. What I personally like about it is that it gives one hope about our world. The daily headlines may paint a picture of doom and gloom, but in reality, if one steps back to look at things objectively, health, prosperity, safety, peace, knowledge, and happiness are all on the rise throughout our world. These attributes can be measured and graphed, and they are in this book. And these are the facts. So although a particular event, situation, or time point may be negative, all of us working together have been making the world a better place. And that brings me to the next book, and that is the Book of Joy, Lasting Happiness in a Changing World, which provides the reader with words of wisdom from the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu, 2 of the greatest spiritual leaders of our time and recipients of the Nobel Peace Prize. They tell us not to be self-centered. A hyper-focus on self is what leads to stress, anxiety, and frustration. We should not see ourselves as apart from others, but connected to others. We are all family. So our greatest joy comes when we do good for others, when we serve our community. And they too noted that the world is getting better. We do have setbacks, but we are growing and learning to be compassionate, how to care, and how to be more human. And this leads me to the final book I want to mention, which has the intriguing title of I Contain Multitudes, the Microbes Within Us and the Grander View of Life. All right now, hold on to your graduation caps. This stuff can blow you away. Every one of us in our bodies is actually an ecosystem. We are made up of about 30 trillion human cells. and wait for it, 39 trillion microbial ones. So, in a sense, we are more microorganism than we are human. And we are learning that our health and well-being is as much dependent on these microorganisms that live on and in us as our own genes. We can live in perfect harmony with these microorganisms, not only by feeding them the correct nutrients, but by the way we feel, by our emotional state too. All right, so now let's tie this all together. If you are joyous, your microbial partners are good too, and you're going to be healthier. And you will find that joy through helping each other. And by helping each other, the world becomes a better place, and that leads to more joy. Now that really is the circle of life. And that's not a fantasy. That, my dear Del Val grads, is a fact. Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure to serve the university. Congratulations again, graduates. Live that circle of life, and go Aggies.
Thank you, President Gallo. I now invite Mr. Michael Smerconish to the center podium to receive his honorary degree. As a radio and television host, newspaper columnist, and author, you help millions of Americans make sense of our country's complicated and controversial political landscape. Born right here in Doylestown, you are now host of the Michael Smerconish program on Sirius XM Channel 124 and CNN's Smerconish. Additionally, you write a Sunday column for the Philadelphia Inquirer, which is reprinted by newspapers across the nation. Before becoming a radio and television commentator, you, at age 29, were appointed by President George H.W. Bush as Regional Administrator for the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Later, you practiced law with legendary Philadelphia-based trial lawyer James E. Beasley and are currently a counsel attorney at the Philadelphia law firm of Klein and Spector. You are the author of several books, 2 of which were New York Times bestsellers, and you regularly donate author proceeds to a variety of charitable causes. Moreover, you were the first radio host to interview former President Barack Obama live from the White House. You also interviewed former Presidents Jimmy Carter, George H.W. Bush, Bill Clinton, and George W. Bush, as well as former Vice Presidents Al Gore, Dick Cheney, and Joe Biden. Talkers Magazine has consistently named you one of America's most important talk show hosts, and in 2011, the National Association of Broadcasters selected you as a Marconi Award finalist in the category of Best Network or Syndicated Host. You have been the recipient of several Philadelphia Achievement in Radio Awards, including Best Talk Show Host and Best Evening Program. Philadelphia Magazine named you the city's best talk show host and one of the city's most powerful citizens. Therefore, be it resolved, for all these reasons and more, that the trustees, president, and faculty of Delaware Valley University hereby confer upon Michael A. Smerconish, the Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, with all rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto, given under the seal of the university at Doylestown on this 19th day of May, 2018. I now have the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Michael Smerconish.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Graduates, I know, I was not your first choice. But hey, Meghan Markle had something else to do today, all right? Let me begin with the bad news. You think that all of your exams are behind you now, but I'm about to administer just one more before you leave campus. The good news is that there will be no grading for this exam. You can answer to yourself, and there will only be 4 questions. Here we go. First, the House of Representatives has how many voting members? Second, what do we call the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution? Third, how many justices comprise the Supreme Court of the United States? And fourth, on what day was the Declaration of Independence adopted? The answers are 435 members of the House of Representatives. We call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution the Bill of Rights. There are 9 Supreme Court justices, and the Declaration of Independence was adopted on July 4, 1776. For extra credit, in what year was the Constitution written? The answer to that would be 1787. Show of hands and be honest, how many, including parents, had all 5 correct? Each of these is a question contained on the naturalization test, that which must be passed along with a rudimentary English exam in order for someone to become a naturalized citizen of the United States. In 2016, the most recent year for which data is available, approximately 750,000 immigrants became official citizens of the United States this way. Most of them had spent at least 5 years living in the U.S. and were at least 18 years of age. They were orally asked up to 10 questions each and needed to answer at least 6 correctly. Now, I know that most of you bypassed that process because your citizenship was conferred by your birth in the United States. But ask yourself, if your citizenship were dependent upon your knowledge of our government, would you make it? If not, you've plenty of company. By a variety of objective measures, our knowledge of our government, our participation in our communities is on the decline. And given our polarized political environment, that couldn't come at a worse time. Almost 50% of Americans don't know that a 5-4 decision from the Supreme Court of the United States holds the same authority and value as a 9-0 decision. Only 1/4 of Americans can name all 3 branches of government, and less than 1 in 4 young people are considered proficient in civic knowledge. Here's another measure of our national lack of participation. We just lived through one of the most electrifying elections of the modern era. Say what you will about the major candidates, but dull it was not. And yet 102 million eligible Americans sat it out. Perhaps that's explained by the fact that 42% of Americans don't think their engagement can influence the government very much. And what a shame that is. In a country where our deliberative process does not involve guns or knives, our representation is not dependent upon a bloodline, nor who has the most feared army. We settle our scores when the curtain is closed on a ballot box, at least when people show up to vote. I'm afraid that many of those to whom citizenship was conferred by birth lack an appreciation for what makes our nation great in this regard. And it's a conclusion I reached in part after I delivered another speech 12 years ago. It was at a naturalization ceremony. And that day I stood before 54 individuals from 27 different nations, each taking an oath in a federal courtroom that was paneled in California redwood. I told them that as a boy growing up in the Philadelphia suburbs, in Doylestown as a matter of fact, I shared the dream of many other children to hold the all-American position, which of course meant pitching for the Phillies, but that didn't come to pass. And yet, somehow, I ended up with the quintessential all-American job. I'm a talk show host. And not only do I offer my opinions on radio, I get to do so on television and in print as well. I'm the modern equivalent of those who stood on a soapbox in Philadelphia roughly 250 years ago. What makes mine the all-American job is my ability to speak my mind on matters of public concern without any fear of recrimination. It's a right guaranteed to all of us in the First Amendment to the Constitution, and I draw significance from the fact that it is the very First Amendment to the Constitution, which reads that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of our grievances. It's that protection which gave me the ability this week on radio to opine to a national audience about subjects like sports betting, the location of our embassy in Israel, the Iranian nuclear agreement, eminent domain, the Mueller investigation, and the medicinal value of medical marijuana. It's the underpinning of a recent commentary I delivered on television, where I argued that Kanye West and Shania Twain both have the right to be supportive of the president, or not. It's what enabled a newspaper column that I published last Sunday in which I supported the work of Wanksy, a British road artist who spray paints what he describes as a big willy around potholes so as to shame local government officials into fixing them. That's how debate in this country is held, in the open, via the airwaves, and amongst all who choose to participate. And even though I get paid to offer my views are worth no more than any of your views, nor any more than the views of those who are naturalized citizens. It's a great framework for redress of our grievances, but only when it's utilized. In anticipation of today, I've spent some time acquainting myself with your curriculum. I was impressed to read about the Experience 360 program. That real-world experience is going to serve all of you well. And I was gratified to see that civic engagement is one component of EC 360. Now, coincidentally, just last week, I spoke in a retirement community not far from here. And in the audience was a 90-year-old gentleman named Oscar Larson, a 1952 graduate of this fine institution with a major in dairy husbandry, who then returned to serve as your registrar from 1954 through 1989. Oscar asked me what I intended to share with all of you. And when I said that I wanted to encourage good citizenship, he shocked me by saying that on his watch here at Delaware Valley, students actually received a letter grade for citizenship. Now imagine that, each of your professors weighing in not only on your academic work, but also on what kind of a citizen you are. Ask yourself, if that practice were alive today, what would your transcript reveal? I hope that I'm a good citizen. If you ask me what warrants my invitation to be your commencement speaker, I wouldn't rattle off my affiliations on radio, television, or print. Instead, I would boast of the fact that since I turned 18 in 1980 and registered to vote, I've never missed an election for which I've been eligible. Or I would tell you about how when I was 24, I ran unsuccessfully for the state legislature while I was in law school. I lost that race here locally by 419 votes. I've since located 236 of those people. I might tell you about being appointed by President George Herbert Walker Bush to a sub-cabinet level position where I was responsible for all federal housing in 5 states. Or perhaps I'd share a story that you heard passing reference to about how in 2009 I conducted President Obama's first live radio interview from the White House. I'd been promised 30 minutes, one-on-one with the president, and that the interview would be telecast live on CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC. In anticipation of my interview, I was flooded with thousands of suggested questions from members of my radio audience. And at home, everyone had something they thought I needed to ask of the president, including the night before the interview at family dinner, when one of my young sons said, "Dad, make sure you ask President Obama about the Book of Secrets." And I said, "Okay, but you're going to have to remind me." He said, "Dad, you know, we just saw Nicolas Cage in National Treasure 2, and when a president gets elected, he gets the Resolute desk and the Book of Secrets, and the Book of Secrets explains, did we really go to the moon? Who killed JFK, and what's in Area 51? I said, "Okay, I'll try and work it in, but I don't think I'll have the opportunity." The following day, I was in the diplomatic reception room at the White House. I had planned, I thought, for every eventuality but one, and that is that the president would arrive early while I was still on a commercial break. I didn't want to burn any of my planned topics, but now I needed to make small talk with the commander-in-chief. By now, you should know where this is going. We shook hands, he sat down, and I said, "Mr. President, what's in the Book of Secrets?" To which he responded, "I'd tell you, but I'd have to kill you." We then did the interview. I covered the landscape of subject matter. The Affordable Care Act, which had not yet been passed, the hunt for bin Laden, he'd not yet been killed, an economic program called Cash for Clunkers. I didn't embarrass myself. I didn't create any YouTube moments. I went home with my head held high. And the following day, I was eager to see what the print coverage would be like because the Associated Press had been in the room for our entire interaction. There was the headline in hundreds of newspapers across the country, "Obama Mum on Book of Secrets." And that was the sole focus of the story. My point is this: I've been fully engaged since I sat where you're sitting now. No matter your political outlook, I hope we can all agree that never in the modern era has there been such a need for civic engagement. And that's my wish for all of you today. Like your parents, like your siblings, like your friends, like the faculty, I too want you to go forth and conquer your professional goals. That you be prosperous, fall in love, raise families, be kind, but also that you be good citizens. Pay attention to public affairs. Get out of your bubble and sample a variety of news outlets. Be active in your communities, vote, volunteer, take ownership of the country, because it's your watch now. The fate of the nation is literally in your hands. Come see me in a retirement community in 30 years and tell me how you're doing. Good luck and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Smerconish, for your powerful message, and congratulations again on receiving this well-deserved recognition and for being with us today. I'm now pleased to introduce the president of the Delaware Valley University Alumni Council, Ms. Melissa Roseman.
Thank you all. Thank you, President Dr. Maria Gallo, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty, staff of Delaware Valley University, proud parents and family, the spectacular class of 2018. I am privileged to be here with all of you today. For those who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, for those I've encountered on campus, and lastly, for those who have impacted my story in unimaginable ways, my name is Melissa Roseman, and I am the president of the Alumni Council. I was a zoo science major of the class of 2008. as well as an MBA graduate of the class of 2010. This moment is surreal for me, as it has now been 10 years since I was sitting where you are right now, anxiously waiting to strut across the stage, take a selfie with Dr. Brosnan, and receive my undergraduate diploma, and thereby transition to alumni status. Now it is your opportunity to become a member of our extended family. Welcome to your next chapter. You are creatively audacious, wicked intelligent, and uber impressive. Yet, one of the most critical traits that lights a spark inside each of you and consumes your heart is your Aggie spirit. I stand before you with not an ounce of uncertainty that class of 2018, you will retain this legacy of Delaware Valley University. And most definitely, I have the faith that you will alter the world. Here begins your journey, your personal story. As you walk the road debating on which interstate to travel on, purge the traditional maps that outline every twist, turn, hill, and valley. Instead, draw your own. We all travel through life trying to rise above our external limitations, yet the most difficult chains to break free are the ones inside of us. Think about a turtle. It encounters the road of life, sticking its neck out, the only way to see where to go, and then decides on which path to take. Often, you become that turtle, surpassing challenges by not hiding in your shell, but by sticking your neck out, and instead by taking chances and making sometimes very difficult choices in your life. Embrace your legend with an open soul and be willing to stand strong to embark through the battlefield of life to victory. Sam Bashari, a motivational entrepreneur, said, "Your future is not written by your past, nor it is written by someone else. You are holding the pen, so make the story of your life a great one." Congratulations, class of 2018.
Thank you, Melissa. I'm now pleased to introduce the president of the class of 2018, Mr. Kenny Mack Durante. Kenny Mack, a small animal science major, hails from Emmaus, Pennsylvania. While at Del Val, he was involved in a variety of facets of campus life. Kenny was an animal care technician and student supervisor within the small animal labs, a mathematics supplemental instruction leader, a resident assistant, a writing center tutor, and a laboratory assistant for a variety of different animal-related classes. Post-graduation, Kenny Mack will be attending veterinary school at the University of Illinois. Kenny Mack.
Good morning, faculty, staff, family, friends, and of course, the class of 2018. Thank you, Dr. Ruzelowski, for the warm welcome, and the entire commencement committee for allowing me to speak in front of you all today. Before I begin my speech, I would like to congratulate and acknowledge my fellow class officers for their hard work and dedication during their time in their respective roles. Your commitment to this class cannot be understated, and it has truly been an honor to have worked with you all. Please stand and be recognized for your hard work and dedication as a class officer for the class of 2018. When it finally came time for me to begin writing this speech, I quickly found that any insightful thoughts that I may have had been brought to a standstill. I'm sure the majority of you have experienced writer's block to some extent before, and wow, is it horrible. It wasn't the actual act of writing a speech that was so difficult, but rather the task of highlighting our time here. A lot has happened during our time here at Del Val. We have seen our academic institution transition from a college into a university with a really fancy new logo, we welcome Dr. Maria Gallo as the 13th president in Del Val's extensive history. And within a realm of its own importance, we have seen the addition of not one, but 2 Starbucks on campus. Lastly, we have all been inspired by a courageous little squirrel. Not only have we seen Del Val evolve during our time here, but we have been able to see each other evolve as well. Through countless classes, endless experiences, and fantastic faculty, I think it may be safe to say that many of us have learned some truly everlasting life lessons here at Del Val. We have all discovered the tools to succeed outside of college, but I think it is important to send us out with 3 sincere reminders that may come in handy at some point in our lives. The first reminder, ironically enough, pertains to failure. Although today is focused on us graduating college and our successes, we must humbly remind ourselves that nothing worthwhile has ever come easy. Graduating college is a truly remarkable feat within itself, but it's not to say that it certainly did not come without its hardships. Even after today, we will all experience failure to some extent. It is simply just a part of life that cannot be avoided. What we decide to do with that failure, however, is up to us. We have 2 options. 1, we can let it inhibit us from continuing to pursue excellence, or 2, we can embrace it and try to use it as a learning tool. Don't get me wrong, failing at something is never a pleasant experience. However, there is much to be learned from such events. Undesired outcomes offer a unique opportunity for us to reflect upon ways to become better for tomorrow. Before we move on to the next reminder, I would like to provide an insightful quote from the American poet James Whitcomb Riley. When speaking about failure, he cleverly states, "The most essential factor is persistence, the determination never to allow your energy or enthusiasm to be dampened by the discouragement that must inevitably come." I strongly encourage us all to keep an open mind and to remain vigilant when faced with adversity as we each begin to take our first steps into the real world. The second reminder is all about change. Although it can be quite difficult to adjust to at first, we must remind ourselves that change can be a good thing. After we walk across the stage today, we'll be leaving the mother's nest that is Del Val. Some of us may be moving to various parts of the country, and some others may be traveling to other parts of the world. Although extremely difficult to admit, after today, some of us may be saying long-lasting goodbyes as we each begin to spread out for the pursuit of our careers and our lives. Goodbyes can be pretty rough. They lack any kind of temporal boundary, and as a result, they implicate that they might last forever. This doesn't have to be the case, though. Del Val has become a very unique place for each of us, as we have seen that our friends, professors, and mentors all begin to feel like family. Wherever your path may take you, we can feel rest assured that we will always have Del Val to call home. So as we begin to say farewell and good luck to one another today, I would like to share an optimistic quote from the creative mind of Jake Roper that quite simply goes like this: "It's never goodbye. Oh no, it's never goodbye. It's see you later." The last reminder that I would like to share with you all today may seem pretty simple in theory, but the more I think we reflect upon this topic, the more complex it becomes. The reminder is quite simply this: don't wait to be happy. When I get my dream job, then I'll be happy. When I fall in love, then I'll be happy. When I graduate college, then I'll be happy. Don't wait for happiness. This may seem a lot easier said than done, but we must remind ourselves how incredibly fortunate we are. If we assign specific achievements or goals to acquiring happiness, we may quickly find ourselves chasing it forever. Today, we get to take the first steps to pursue our dreams, which is in itself a truly marvelous thing. Relentlessly pursue your dreams, but please don't forget to take the time to enjoy moments in your life. I would like to leave us all with one final quote from J.K. Rowling's infinitely wise character, Albus Dumbledore. When talking about achieving happiness, Dumbledore humbly reminds us that it does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. I would also like to briefly take a moment to thank all of those who have supported me during my time here. Without the support from my amazing friends, guidance from my professors, and inspiration from my mentors, I probably wouldn't have the courage to be up here speaking in front of you all today. I would especially like to take the time to thank my family. Each of you have encouraged me to be the best that I can be. It's quite difficult for me to put into words how grateful I really am to have you in my life. Finally, I would like to give a very special thanks to my mother. As a single parent, my mom has worked endless hours between multiple jobs in order to take care of me and my brother. Despite the various hardships and difficult times, I have always had my mom right there to help me persevere. There are very few words that can truly express how grateful and humbled I am to have you as my mother. I love you, Mom. Thank you for everything. It has truly been an unparalleled privilege to speak in front of you all today, and I wish us all the best for our future endeavors. Thank you for listening. Go Aggies.
Thank you, Kenny Mack. We've now reached the moment you've all been waiting for, the conferral of your hard-earned degrees. Students who have earned academic honors are designated as follows. Summa cum laude represents the highest academic honors, a grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0. Magna cum laude represents high academic honors, 3.75 to 3.89 grade point average, and cum laude represents academic honors with a grade point average of 3.5 to 3.69. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dean James Morian, who will present the degree candidates from the School of Graduate and Professional Studies.
Good morning, everyone. Just a quick side note, what you can't see here is that when Kenny Mack got up to speak, his other officers held up signs of support for him, which I think is a tremendous recognition and assistance, and I'm going to ask them to hold the signs up as the deans read the names, because we have 425 names we now have to read. Thank you, Dr. Rusolowski. Good morning, everyone, and a special good morning to the graduates from the School of Graduate and Professional Studies. President Gallo, members of the Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I now have the privilege of announcing the degree candidates from the School of Graduate and Professional Studies. The following students are receiving their master's degree in Business Administration: Ms. Christy Ringen, Director; Daniel Robert Boucher; Kelvin B. Christensen; Kendra Ashley Clark; Sean Durack; Brian Dole; Jelena Fahrenbach; Adrian Nicole Giuliani; Angela Ruthlyn Hack; Nicole Catherine Huff; Anna Lehman; Benjamin W. Lippincott. Great name. Matthew Long. Congratulations. Tiffany Lynn Lopes. Congratulations. Robin Michelle Matthews. Luis C. Mendoza. Congratulations. Emmanuel Ochenje. Congratulations. Bria Marie Wallace. Jordan Taylor Walls. The following students are receiving their master's degree in counseling psychology. Dr. Audrey Irvin, Director. Raphael Joseph Afaro. Congratulations. Christina DeMattis Caraciello. Mark A. Giuliano. Rebecca Amy Kornberg. Brian Mullen. Congratulations. Lindsay Rice. The following students are receiving their master's degree in educational leadership. Mr. Len Schwartz, Director. Mary Ellen Davidson. Abram Coakley Hughes. Alyssa Marchunsky. John Schaefer. The following students are receiving their master's degree in public policy. Dr. Tanya Casas, Director. Bernard Terrell Avery III. Austin David Gentle. Congratulations. Marion Rosa Rubin. Congratulations. Mary K. Taylor. The following students are receiving their master's degree in special education. Mr. Len Schwartz, Director. Francesca Bova. Caitlin M. Unangst. Congratulations to you. The following student is receiving their master's degree in teaching and learning. Mr. Len Schwartz, Director. Elise Georgioulis. This concludes the graduates from the School of Graduate and Professional Studies. It is now my pleasure to introduce Interim Dean Christopher Tipping, who will present the degree candidates from the School of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences.
Thank you, Dean Morian, President Gallo, members of the Board of Trustees, and honored guests. I have the privilege of announcing the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in agribusiness. Mr. John Urbanchuk, Chair. Adam J. Brandt. Andrew James Coleman. Dominique Lynn Dennis. Tatiana DeSandri. Chad R. Eberly. Paul Maxwell Fretz. Jacob C. Hart, magna cum laude. Sonia Elizabeth Laley. Avery D. Mellinger. Nicholas Patrick Moorhead. Mark W. Rattenberry. Ashley Nicole Rice, cum laude. Aaron M. Roby. Jesse James Sacco. Carly R. Shapiro. Jonathan J. Scarrow. Brian W. Suppley. Benjamin Albert Wainwright, cum laude. Aaron M. Weismer. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in animal science. Drs. Pamela Reed and Dr. Bruce Richard, co-chairs. Mariah Beavers. Deborah Corinne Beezer. Corinne P. Bricker, cum laude. Casey Dayhoff, magna cum laude. Brandon M. DeFranco, cum laude. Jennifer Marie DeBella. Nicole K. Ebersole, magna cum laude. Sarah Constance Fenwick, cum laude. Mara Rose Grindle. Brooke L. Kidding, magna cum laude. Valerie A. Noble. Christina M. Kernath. Emily Kate Lewis. Ashlyn McNaughton, cum laude. Corinne Price Militano. Audrey Rose Morgan, magna cum laude. Emma Rose Munyon, summa cum laude. Imani Ravenel Murphy. Ashlyn Gail Parise. David D. Peterson. Taylor E. Reasoner. Janae Amanda Taylor Roan. Sarah Victoria Roundtree, magna cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Ruark, cum laude. Elizabeth J. Ruck. Roberta Seitz. Sarah Catherine Shotwell. Jennifer A. Thompson, cum laude. Matthew A. Tichy. Megan Ashley Trenholm, cum laude. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in dairy science. Dr. Pamela Reed and Dr. Bruce Richards, co-chairs. Lindsay Sue Abrahart. Amy A. Cowdrey. Matthew D. Edgin. Haley Fusner. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in equine management. Ms. Corey Kieschnick, chair. Blair K. Allen. Alexis Darthrey Daly. Catherine L. Dean. Leah Marie France, cum laude. Abigail M. Guess. Maya L. Gaswada. Tess Hansler. Laura M. Hosel. Amber J. Labritzi. Daphne Rose Lickner. Emily Page Lockett. Rebecca McIntyre, cum laude. Courtney L. Mullins, cum laude. Alyssa R. Murphy. Whitney J. Roche. Cara L. Sambecos, cum laude. Sierra Walt, magna cum laude. Sonia Ray Williams, cum laude. Emily A. Wilmont. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in equine science. Ms. Corey Kishik, Chair. Allison Butterworth. Maria J. Castillo Ferreira. Rachel L. Crossman, cum laude. Mia Hall Giddings. Olivia Logan Kyle. Mathia Montana Kavickas. Margaret Melisso, cum laude. Courtney S. Ocow, magna cum laude. Abigail R. Pale, cum laude. Christine Raven, magna cum laude. Alicia Reynolds. Sophia Rosati, magna cum laude. Stephanie R. Simone, magna cum laude. Dominique C. Thorne. Shayna Lee Tiller. The following student is a baccalaureate degree in floriculture and nursery production. Mr. Howard Eyre, Chair. Jamie Alexander Kirchenstein. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in food science. Dr. Tom Zhu, Chair. Samuel Robert Amos. Ian Michael Apgar. Carly Maria Baldus. Elena Cascarino, cum laude. Keyshawn Friedman. Tracy E. Homan, summa cum laude. Christopher Eric Klein. Melanie Lou Mayhew, summa cum laude. Aaron Francis Neese, summa cum laude. Mary F. Schwenk, magna cum laude. Austin C. Shires. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in food technology. Dr. Tom Zhu, Chair. Naomi D. Jackson. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in landscape architecture. Mr. Michael Fleeshacker, Chair. Dakota H. Brasso. Alexander Hardy. Marissa Anastasia Saul. Joseph Patrick Wallace III, magna cum laude. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in environmental sciences. Mr. Michael Fleeshacker, Chair. Kayla Charist. Angel K. Gershele. Jessica E. Henry, cum laude. Michael Allen Reiner, summa cum laude. Mark L. Sustin, magna cum laude. Danielle G. Sikora, summa cum laude. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in crop science. Mr. Howard Eyre, Chair. Rebecca S. Burton, cum laude. Brittany Amber Haiduga. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in horticulture. Mr. Howard Eyre, Chair. Jenny Augusto. Emmeline K. Armstrong, magna cum laude. Sophia Ray Buckaloo. Brandon Day J. DeBoer, magna cum laude. Nicholas K. Devan. Edward S. Franjak III. Christy E. Hefner. Daniel Joseph Perry. Benjamin Philhauer. Tyler R. Smith. Allison M. Stolte. Nicole L. Wright. The following student is receiving a baccalaureate degree in landscape design build. Mr. Michael Fleeshacker, Chair. Robert I. Barris, Jr. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in sustainable agriculture systems. Mr. Howard Ayer, Chair. Michaela Suter. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in turf management. Mr. Howard Ayer, Chair. Kevin Edward Krill. Nathan D. Horvath. Mitchell R. Stage. Jonathan J. Stiles. The following student is receiving an associate degree in equine studies. Ms. Corey Kishik, Chair. Kimberly David. So this concludes the graduates from the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Interim Dean Tanya Casas, who will present the degree candidates from the School of Business and Humanities.
Thank you, Dean Tipping. President Gallo, members of the Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I have the privilege of announcing the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Business and Humanities. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in Business Administration. Ms. Christine Seal, Co-Chair, Mr. Larry Stelmach, Co-Chair, and Mr. William Veal, Co-Chair. Omaira Aguirre, magna cum laude. Timothy Andrew Ambacher. Isaac Charles Bachman, magna cum laude. Caitlin M. Begley, magna cum laude. Andrew Belton, cum laude. Congratulations. Angela P. Benner, magna cum laude. Matthew Robert Byer. Michael Bongiorno. Michael Scott Caldwell. Brooke Lee Cataldo, cum laude. Craig Edward Coquero, summa cum laude. Good, how are you? Elijah D. Davis, cum laude.
Love you, Mom and Dad. Thanks for paying for school.
Christopher Durr, summa cum laude. Nicholas Giovanni Degatti.
If you guys are ready to get to the real world, give me an oh yeah.
Devontae William Ford Sr. Gretchen Guybe, summa cum laude. Frank Joseph Giordano. Rachel Gordon, cum laude. Timothy Stephen Graber. Rashar Gray. Chelsea M. Guerin. Zachary Haid. Jeremy Paul Heffley, cum laude. Donna Maria Heverly, magna cum laude. John Jakimovitz. Austin I. Jones. Christopher Kelly, Jr. Grant Michael Kennedy. Matthew Charles Lafferty, cum laude. Kyle Landis, magna cum laude. Jamie Lisa Martin, magna cum laude. Jalen Durrell Mays. Susan McCurdy. Ryan James McMahon. Sean Sylvester Miller. Genevieve Marie Misnick, summa cum laude. Tipungenu Pen Mopecha. Ryan Joseph Nacarado. Jonathan Anthony Newber, summa cum laude. Nick Autumn, summa cum laude. Javar Outlaw. Satyam Patel, cum laude, sorry. Sean Michael Phillips. Timothy Nathaniel Scott, cum laude. Nicholas Jordan Shendigay. Leo Shinohara. Anna Lee Simpson, summa cum laude. Jeremy Allen Stewart. Tyler David Sylvester. Robert Thomas Syracuse. Jillian Hildreth Van Wyk. Bianca Vinus, magna cum laude. Sydney Marie Wallenhorst, magna cum laude. Julius T. Ward. Todd Jamal Warren Waters. Tyree Derek Williams. Zachary Brown Winfield. Christopher Francis Wren. Nicholas David Wright, cum laude. Anthony Young. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in counseling psychology. Dr. Allison Buskert Cohen, Chair. Aisha Bosket, magna cum laude. Kristen Caban, summa cum laude. Victoria Rose Caradice. Erica Culler, summa cum laude. Kaylee Marie Eleftherian. Samantha Margaret Foy. Brett Glassman, cum laude. Corey M. Grobus. Alexandria Harrison. Chelsea Marie Jamison, magna cum laude. Trey Jones. Megan Anna Lowry. Kaisha M. Oliver. Aria Renee Plants, cum laude. Karen Puchilla, magna cum laude. Haley Ann Rucksager. Nicole Schultz, cum laude. Allison Marie Teeter, cum laude. Amelia Rose Vandenberg. Bridget Vina, magna cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in criminal justice administration. Dr. Donna Cochis, Chair. Darius Michael Cintron. Seth Mark Klauser. Kaylee Eves. Aaron Thomas Ford, Jr. Sekou K. Harris, Jr. Amir Ross Johnson. Michael Becker Joyce. Cadell Joseph Kennedy. Amanda Kelly Little. Jacqueline Ann Marcelona. Tommy Nugent. Melissa Ann Nunn, magna cum laude. Kelly Marie Quinn. Amanda Rudolph. Brandon Rudy, magna cum laude. Kristen Ariel Schulke. Eric Bayshon Shorter. Thomas Michael Tien. Taylor Ann Teleshewski. Tariq Thomas. Brendan Connor Velez. John Walsh. Christopher A. Yoakum. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in literary studies. Dr. Linda Maisel, Chair. Kristen Irene Kenny. Alyssa Rose Ruffalo, summa cum laude. Natalia Marie Zecca Naples, magna cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in interdisciplinary studies. Dr. David Snyder, Coordinator. Leah Rochelle Bingaman, magna cum laude. DJ Rico. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in Media and Communication. Dr. Linda Maisel, Chair. Molly Kate Clayton. Kelsey Edgar. Jessica Patricia Jones. John Lamar Jones. Alex Mandarak. Anna Mareshko, magna cum laude. Marcus Roland Stewart. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in secondary education. Dr. David Timoney, Chair. Rachel Morgan Burmeister. Taylor Alexandra Cox, cum laude. Patrick Klingerman, cum laude. Joseph P. Long. Victor M. Oliar, summa cum laude. Stephen Smith. The following students are receiving their associate's degree in business administration. Ms. Christine Seal, Mr. Larry Stelmach, Mr. William Veal, co-chairs. Robin Lynn Schultz, cum laude. This concludes the graduates from the School of Business and Humanities. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Interim Dean Benjamin Rusolowski, who will present the degree candidates from the School of Life and Physical Sciences.
Thank you, Dean Casas. President Gallo, members of the Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I have the privilege of announcing the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Life and Physical Sciences. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in Conservation and Wildlife Management. Dr. Kimberly Kovath and Mr. Reg Hoyt, co-chairs. Hannah E. Ainsworth. Kimberly Nicole Launder. Kayla T. Littell. Rebecca Laritz. Robert Lee Lamb. Nicole J. Kazicki, magna cum laude. Caitlin B. Korblick. Julia M. Knapp. Taylor Noel Kleekan. Joseph James Kessler. Thomas J. Kelly, summa cum laude. Kevin J. Higgins. Alexandra Paige Hendricks. John Hugh Gallagher. Jacqueline Frances Folsom. Sierra Nicole Dyson. Catherine Eleanor Dahlman. Caleb A. Devaney, magna cum laude. Caitlin A. Corus. Kelsey Ann Allen, cum laude. Benjamin Allen. Shauna M. Martell. Alicia Martin. Vanessa S. Matern. Thomas C. Miller. Olivia A. Morpeth. Julia Alexandra Myers. Helene Catherine Nicolosi. Kellyanne G. O'Shea. Jillian Laura Parisian. Diana Sina Ramirez. Nicole Ashton Plyler. Melissa Perez. Christina M. Lokai. J.J. Rierez. Julia Marie Reynolds. Natasha M. Segulin. Patrick Slaby. Carly Stair. Aaron Tague. Annie Valencia. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in zoo science. Dr. Kimberly Kovath and Mr. Reg Hoyt, co-chairs. Brianna L. Baldwin. Melissa Barth, cum laude. Samantha Elizabeth Bradley, magna cum laude. Sabrina Chapin, cum laude. Emma Ralston Connard. Jonathan Leonard Caniglio. Charlene May Contreras, magna cum laude. Courtney Ann Deutsch, magna cum laude. Caitlin L. Gill. Kelly E. Kinsley, magna cum laude. Michaela Rose Kosick. Diana M. Manners, summa cum laude. Brittany D. O'Meara. Rebecca G. Shannon. Abigail Grace Spratley, magna cum laude. Kayla M. Trace.
Don't say that.
Jennifer L. Wiley. Kylie Morgan Williams, cum laude. Thank you. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in small animal science. Dr. Kimberly Kovath and Mr. Reg Hoyt, co-chairs. Kelly E. Applegate. Nora Courtney Bruno. Kaylin Avery Bryan. Alexandra M. Bukovic. Jillian Nicole Kyoto. Karema D. Dudley. Brianna Lynn Dunn, cum laude. Kenny Mack Durante, magna cum laude. Kaylee Eckroat. Juanita O. Izemba, magna cum laude. Kelly L. Gruber, summa cum laude. Kira Margaret Healy. May Ann Kelman. Emily J. Kinsey. Francesca G. Lanfranchi. Alexis D. Mason. Kaylee Michelle McEwen. Jessica Lauren Oskovich. Nicholas A. Petrobono, cum laude. Matthew Edward Pryor. Amanda M. Reinhard. Taylor M. Renzi, cum laude. Angelica Molina Rivera. Shayna Lynn Roselle. Azani Demi Sawyer. Alyssa M. Schneider. Samantha Haley Sherman. Mariana Sopko. Amanda K. Thompson, magna cum laude. Heather Marie Vermeersch, cum laude. Lydia C. Vota. Haley C. Waldron. Aaliyah Ann Wolf, cum laude. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in biology. Dr. Catherine Ponick, chair. Yamade Ujayi. Corinne Blonars. Monica Taylor Brown, magna cum laude. Michaela Catherine Conroy. Taylor Don Edgington, cum laude. Carolyn Joy Faco. Christina Noel Fournier. Sierra Nicole Giro. Zoe Kimberly Green. Brianna L. Gubich, magna cum laude. Shannon Lee Hamilton, summa cum laude. Lakin Henry, cum laude. Natalie Hoffman, cum laude. Alyssa N. Huntington, summa cum laude. Cara Julianne Iams. Christina L. Kondratowicz.
Thank you.
Julia Kostelny. Roger Kuna, magna cum laude. Bonnie Lee Kwasnick, magna cum laude. Tracy Logan, summa cum laude. Maggie Renee Mahansky, cum laude. John Paul Mangold, cum laude. Summer Nicole Medeth, summa cum laude. Hannah G. Ozan. Kyle N. Pletcher. Peyton Pringle. John M. Rada. Katerina Ramos. Rebecca J. Reed, magna cum laude. Jessica D. Ruyak. Dylan J. Schur. Kenneth E. Scheimer III. Sierra Mae Stein. Kelsey N. Stoneberg, cum laude. Stephanie L. Stretz. Mark Teo Liang, magna cum laude. Alexander P. Vo. Allison Victoria Welsh, summa cum laude. Devin L. Williams. Alexa Lee Jordan Williams. Michelle Marie Wadicka, cum laude. The following students are receiving a baccalaureate degree in chemistry. Dr. Karen McPherson, Chair. Dr. Edward Sambrisky standing in for her. Dominic J. Borelli II, cum laude. Angelia Diane Lauder-Millick, summa cum laude. And this concludes the graduates from the School of Life and Physical Sciences. President Gallo, these students have completed all their degree requirements and have been approved and recommended by the faculty and Board of Trustees to be awarded their degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Rusolowski. By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and as President of Delaware Valley University, I am proud to confer upon each of you the various degrees for which you are qualified with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Thank you, President Gallo. Graduates, now that President Gallo has conferred your degrees upon you, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side of your caps. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the Delaware Valley University class of 2018. Congratulations to each of you. The university is very proud of you on becoming our newest alumni and alumni. Graduates, reaching this milestone is possible because of your hard work and sacrifice. But remember, we don't walk life's path alone. Your families and friends have supported you every step of your journey, and some of them are here with us today. Please join me in extending our appreciation to them. Just like your family and friends, your professors, the Del Val faculty, and our staff have helped you reach this pinnacle. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to them for their instruction, their mentorship, and their commitment to your success. And I would also like to thank the Commencement Committee, who's worked for the last year to get us to this point today under the leadership of Pauline Phillips and Kristen Olszewski. And I want to give a special shout out to our team members from Facilities, Grounds, Events, and IT who worked under much less than ideal conditions this entire week to get us here today. I would like to again congratulate our newest alumni, the class of 2018, and I would ask that you please stand for the alma mater led by Roger Kuna, followed by the retiring of the colors.
By the winding banks of Neshaminy stands our alma mater dear. We look o'er the fields we love, cherished year by year. We hail our colors green and gold as they proudly wave on high, treasured memories fond and true in our hearts will lie. With your inspiration great, ever forward we will go, fearless of the task ahead, conquering each foe. To you, our college, let us sing praises to your honored name. Courage, strength, and unity build an endless fame.
Thank you so much, Roger. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Immediately following the commencement exercises, please join us for refreshments in the Mumges Auditorium, which is located in the Student Center in honor of the class of 2018. Please remain standing while the colors are retired. Color Guard, retire the colors.